Welcome to Blind Abilities. I'm Jeff Thompson. Alec Olson is part of the Blind Abilities TeenCast team, which is for students transitioning from high school to college to the workplace. Alec is going to give us a demonstration of Voice Dream Reader. It's not an extensive demo, but it'll give you a taste of what the Voice Dream Reader app can do for your textbooks, documents, PDFs, and the like. And you can check out more TeenCast podcasts from Blind Abilities by clicking on the category or searching for TeenCast, whether on the web or in the free Blind Abilities app. For more podcasts with a blindness perspective, follow us on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter @blindabilities, and download our free Blind Abilities app from the App Store. That's 2 words, Blind Abilities. And be sure to check out our category, Apps and Resources. You can click on the tab on the web, and these are apps that our listeners call Tools for Success. Check it out. So without further ado, please welcome TeenCast member Alec Olson. We hope you enjoy.
Hello Blind Abilities, this is Alec Olson, and today I'm going to demo Voice Dream Reader, and it's a document reader that you can add documents into. It accepts PDFs, it accepts things from Dropbox, you can add things from iCloud and iBooks and Bookshare and all that, and you can put it all in one library and then read it with your favorite text-to-speech. They have a lot of different text-to-speech voices available for purchase. Voice Dream is $9.99, I believe. I purchased it a while ago. So I'm going to go ahead and open that.
Voice Dream, add button, filter, all items.
So right now we're in the main screen, and the first thing we have is the add button, and that obviously allows you to add files.
Add document, heading.
So we click on it. It says add document.
Cloud storage, iOS.
The first thing is cloud storage, and that is an iCloud thing. If you have your library backed up in iCloud, or iCloud Drive, actually, you would be able to add files from iCloud Drive.
Clipboard.
Clipboard, if you have a file on your clipboard, you can add it from your clipboard.
Dropbox.
Dropbox, if you know what Dropbox is, one of the most popular file sharing services. You can connect Voice Dream Reader to Dropbox, and you can add files from Dropbox. It's quite useful if you want to use Voice Dream Reader for that.
Bookshare.
Bookshare, this is what I use it for all the time, honestly, is my Bookshare reader, because it's an amazing thing to read books with. So you can connect with your Bookshare account, and you can just download books. It's really easy, and I'm actually going to demo that right now. So if you click on Bookshare,
search field, Bookshare, heading.
it just opens the Bookshare, and then you can
Close button, search field.
You can search for a book right
Search
here.
field is editing, word mode, insertion point at start. Dictate.
The Great Gatsby.
Inserted The Great Gatsby. Search.
And then you press search.
Search. Search by title. Back button. The Great Gatsby. F. Scott Fitzgerald. 10 results. Search.
And
The
there
Great
it is,
Gatsby.
right there.
The Great Gatsby. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Matthew J. Buckley. Downloaded button.
You can download it. And I'm actually going to download it just to show you what it does.
Waiting button.
So it says waiting.
Download complete. The Great Gatsby. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Download complete.
This is download complete.
Back button.
Then you go back.
Back dim. Bookshare heading. Close button.
Press close.
Close. Filter. All items. New. The Great Gatsby. F. Scott Fitzgerald. About 3 hours, 23 minutes, 3 seconds, 0% read. Daisy format.
There it is right there. There's your new book. And in this main screen, there isn't a whole lot. Actually, let's jump back up to the Bookshare heading.
Filter. All items. Button.
So you have filter all items, and if you
Filter. Heading.
go in there,
Selected. All items. By source. Button. By folder. Button.
yeah, you can make folders too, I think. I haven't really experimented with that. If you want to put your books into folders, I think you can do that too.
Dismiss pop-up.
So you have that.
Edit. Button.
You have edit, that's for deleting. Go into edit mode. So you press edit, and then there's a number of options.
Move to folder.
You
Button.
can move to a folder,
Flag. Button.
you can flag it,
Rewind to beginning.
you
Button.
can rewind it to the beginning, very useful feature,
Delete. Button.
or you can delete it. And you can select, go through and highlight each one of the books that you want to do whatever to.
Done. Button.
Press done. Below the book list, you have
Sort order. Button.
sort order,
Sort order. Heading. Close. Button. Open date.
open date. You can sort by open date.
News first. Button. Selected. Add date. News first. Button. Title.
And then if you were to click on any of those buttons, you can go into that menu and select things like
News first. Button. Oldest first. Title. A to Z. Button.
A to Z,
Z8.
Z to A.
Author. Playtime. Longest first. Button. Shortest first. Dismiss pop-up. Add. Button. Sort order. Selected. Grid view. Button. List view. Button. 2 of 2.
Grid view or list view. Most people prefer list view.
Settings. Button.
And then settings. There isn't a whole lot in here, but I'm going to go in here just to show you what there is.
Settings. Heading. Closed. Cloud sync button.
Cloud sync, that's like what I mentioned. There's just a toggle button in there. You can flip it on, and if you do, then it'll tell you that you're enabling iCloud sync, and then it'll give you a warning about not wanting duplicate files, and then you just click OK, and it enables it.
Content sources button.
Content sources, that's where you enable all of your services like Dropbox.
Content sources button. Cloud storage iOS switch button. Clipboard. Clipboard switch button on. Dropbox. Dropbox switch button on. Actions
And
available.
that's on.
Google Drive switch button off. Bookshare aj.olson008@gmail.com switch button on. Evernote switch button off. Actions available.
You can use Evernote too.
Pocket switch
You
button
can
off.
use Pocket.
Actions available. More
You can
actions
use
available.
Instapaper. There's a bunch of services in here. You can enable it. The first time you enable these, it's going to be different for each service, obviously. Like for Google Drive, it'll ask you what your email and password is, and then it'll probably ask you to authorize an app. For Dropbox, it'll do something similar, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to go into the actual playing of a book just to show you, because that's actually, that screen is a bit more complicated. So we're going to go into there, and I'm going to show you all the different things that you can do in there.
Home button.
So there's a ton of things in here. We're just going to go one by one here. So I'll just explore around here and explain it.
Visual settings button.
Things you're not really going to use unless you can see some, because it does in fact show the book text on the screen, but you can read it with voiceover if you want, and the text is on the screen, so you can read it if you have vision, and you can increase the font size and things.
Reading settings button. Reading settings heading closed. Reading mode button.
Reading mode, there's a bunch of things in here.
Reading mode back button selected. Stop at end of document.
Stop at end of document.
Stop at end of sentence.
Stop at end of sentence. I don't know why you'd ever want to do that.
Keep going to next document.
Keep going to next document. That's just if you want to keep, like, I don't know, binge reading or something.
Home button. Audio settings button. Adjustable.
Audio settings. And the reason why it's an adjustable button is because you can do this.
315 words per minute. 295 words per minute. 315 words per minute. 335 words per minute.
You swipe downward, swipe up.
355 words per minute.
You can adjust the words per minute rate that you read at,
335 words per minute.
like, very quickly. And I absolutely love how it doesn't just say 50%, 60%, 70%. I absolutely love how it says the number of words per minute you're reading at. That's amazing. So if you press
Audio settings heading.
on the button, because it is an adjustable button, it's very strange. It's like a combination.
Closed button. Speech rate document specific. 335 words per minute. Adjustable.
Speech rate, document specific. So the adjusting that you're doing outside of this dialogue is your preferred speech rate that will save every time that you open a document. And this, if you just want to change it for now and you don't want to have to change it back later.
Voice iOS Aaron button.
Voice iOS Aaron. You can go in there and change voices, purchase voices, etc.
Pronunciation dictionary button.
If you're familiar with pronunciation dictionaries, if you have this pronunciation that's just bugging you, if it pronounces something incorrectly, you can go in there and type it in phonetically or whatever, and it'll change it.
Manage my voices button. Add voices button.
That's where you can actually purchase your voices.
Visual settings button.
Visual settings.
Visual settings heading. Selected. Plain text button. 1 of 2. Rich text button. 2 of 2. Font and spacing button.
Font and spacing. This is all visual settings.
Colors.
Colors.
Selected. Light button. 1 of dark button. 2 of 3. Custom button. 3 of 3.
You can adjust your contrast.
Color settings button. Speech cursor button. Highlight style. Selected. On text button.
I think you get the idea.
Home button. Notice.
And then
Heading. Notice. Title. Add bookmark button.
add bookmark. That's just a nice quick bookmark button for you.
Notice. Headings. Bookmarks and highlights button.
Headings, bookmarks, and highlights.
Highlights. Heading level. Level 2.
This
Adjustable.
is extremely useful for navigating through books, especially textbooks. You will find this thing extremely useful in textbooks.
Selected. Notice. Level 1. 0%. 0. 3 stars. Level 1. 1.4%. 1.4%. By Scott Fitzgerald novels. Level 1. 1.4%. 1.4%.
So those are the headings, the level of heading, and the percent of the way through the book that the heading is.
Play button. Adjustable.
And then there's your play button, and it's adjustable because it's a fast forward button. It also is a fast forward and rewind button. Check it out. Oh, I guess it doesn't say it, but it's actually tapping for me, because I have an iPhone 7, so it taps.
Taps at Reveille 6 Tales of the Jazz Age and Other Stories with an introduction.
Okay.
Introduction by First Scribner page. Certainly no one connected.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't say rewind and fast forward, but
Navigation unit. 60 seconds. Adjustable.
Obviously swipe down is fast forward, swipe up is rewind.
Navigation unit. 60 seconds. Adjustable.
And then the navigation unit,
Sentence. 60 seconds. 30 seconds. 15 seconds. 30 seconds.
if you change that, it just changes how much your swipes do.
Search button.
And then you can search for text in the book. That's another extremely useful feature.
About 5 minutes, 3 seconds.
That's just your time elapsed.
Position, 2%, button, adjustable. About 3 hours, 17 minutes, 59 seconds remaining. Page 5 of 222, go to page, button.
That's your go to page feature, very nice.
Page 5 of 222, go to page, button.
And that's pretty much the extent of this app. It's a very useful one, and it's really nice interface. It really is.
And there you have it, another quick little demo from Alec Olson, a member of the TeenCast team from Blind Abilities. So go check out more from the Blind Abilities website or from the free Blind Abilities app. So I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, bye-bye.
When we share
what we see
through each other's eyes, we can then begin to bridge the gap between
the limited expectations and the reality of blind abilities.
The realities of blind abilities.
For more podcasts with a blindness perspective, check us out on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter at blindabilities. Download our app from the App Store, Blind Abilities, that's 2 words, or send us an email at info@blindabilities.com. Thanks for listening.